Alright, if it is materials and energy, what about the mind? And what about the consciousness? Right? There is material, there is energies. What makes it flow in this beautiful way? What makes, the bodily systems are very, very complex, right? Lot of organs are working in sync together. And all are communicating each other, interacting each other beautifully. Beautifully, right? Whenever you see a tasty food, automatically the saliva comes. Whenever you taste a food, automatically the other secretion to digest that particular material will start producing in our body, in our systems. Whenever we chew, the saliva comes. So what I'm saying is, it's a very beautiful, super intelligent, complex system within that reports each other, communicates each other beautifully, working with the senses, with the digestion, metabolism, the secretions. And when the water level goes down, you feel like, drinking something. When we drink more, the urine goes, more. So there is a total balancing complex system. It's a dynamic system. It's not stable. It is always moving, always working. What makes it work in this beautiful way without any interruption? Years and years, right? Who is making this complex system work? There comes the consciousness. And in the Ayurvedic texts, the entire Vedic wisdom is based on that. The combined manifestation, the combined process, the manifestation of the nature in different forms, in different times, in different areas, which is maintained by the consciousness. We call it as the Atma, right? The soul. We are very clear that there is something that makes everything work in a very, very, balanced way. Everything is in sync. The sun is rising in the morning and evening sunset. And we know that 28 days of the lunar cycle, full moon day, the no moon day, the seasons. There is definitely something that makes everything function in a very synchronized way. And that which is responsible for the entire life flow in sync with the nature is the consciousness. And that consciousness is there everywhere. It is getting reflected everywhere. When that consciousness comes to an individual, it is called Jiva Atma, the individual consciousness, the individual soul, right? So there is a cosmic consciousness, a power beyond this known nature that makes the entire universe work. And there is a consciousness within us that makes, our individual function with all these complexities. So there is a universal consciousness and there is an individual consciousness. And this individual consciousness is nothing but it is a fraction of the universal consciousness, right? And that makes the physical system work, the energetic system work, and the mind work. There comes the mind, right? If the body is very complex, I usually say that the mind is to the power 10 complex, super complex. And Ayurveda says mind is only one, and it is very subtle, it is very minute and subtle. That is why it is able to move very quickly, right? So that is the nature of the mind. So the physical system with the functional energies and the mind and the consciousness. All these together makes a human being. And the harmony, the balance, and a proper connection between these layers, the physical system, the functional principles, the mind, and the soul, together in harmony, is called a healthy life.